What is up? Happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Yes, it's Tuesday the 16th. Welcome to the stream, guys. Another Asian session stream going on. It is currently 7:03. We are coming into a new hour candle here on all of our charts. If you're just joining, welcome. Appreciate you joining the stream. We've got a couple setups to look at tonight. Hopefully make some money, make some pips. If you're just joining, my name's Matt, trading with Matt, and we trade every single night, Sunday through Thursday. So lock in if you are looking to learn, stay a while. If you already are a good trader and you want to just confirm your trades, stay a while too. We're going to be doing a lot of different technical analysis, looking over some charts, seeing where we can make some money tonight. Sorry guys, I just had to fix my my text there. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day so far. I know I am. Been a little bit of a busy day, getting a lot of stuff done, but we're live now. Looking forward to making some money tonight. First chart I want to start out with is GBP CHF. Couple reasons for this one.
Crazy idea.
But the main reason is we have obviously consolidation. Similar to yesterday, consolidation with ribbon flip and a green candle close above. As you guys know, I like break of structures, I like ribbon flips, and I especially like when they happen together with a bullish candle. It's pretty much where we've made most of our money is break of structure. It's pretty much what I mostly trade is break of structure and then looking for a breakout off of a ribbon flip. If you've been here for a while, you know that. If you're new and you want to know what that means, I will be going over it here. So, let's take a look here. So, let's analyze this GBP CHF trade from the top down. We're going to start at the 4-hour here. At the 4-hour, we're clearly on an uptrend, and we had clear rejection off this ribbon right here, which is solid. We are going to probably finish this W pattern at some point. With that being said, dropping down to the 1-hour, again, solid ribbon flip with two bullish candles rejecting off of the ribbon. Looks like we should break some highs here. If we can break these highs right there, we'll look for buys. But there is a ton of upside here, especially on if you're looking at where it would stop next, where would be your next points of really any movement or any kind of resistance that it would have. That's what you're looking at, and in terms of pips from here, you're looking at well over 80 pips upside there. I really like this GBP CHF trade. We're going to still go over a couple more. Watching from Pakistan, Raja, thanks, man. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Welcome from Pakistan, brother. But anyway, moving on to the 15-minute. So on the 15-minute, we're having a lot of consolidation here. We talked about this yesterday. Consolidation always ends with a breakout, either to the upside or the downside. It is our job to figure out whether it's going up or down. Based off this one right here, what we can see is this ribbon is being used as a support right here. We also have higher highs and higher lows. So with that being said, we can confirm this is an uptrend, a small one at that, but it is an uptrend. What we need to do, like I said, is break these highs right here, and we can look to take buys toward the upside. So with that being said, we definitely have some pretty good movement there, but nothing that we're going to get in quite yet. It is only 7:07. GBP CAD, we had it drop off with a bunch of consolidation. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hours not looking very good, to be quite honest with you. Just a lot of... You got movement toward the upside, and you have some rejection off of this EMA ribbon. However, it kind of already made its move and rejected. I'm not sure if it'll quite go there again, and it's been 4, 8, 12 hours since. If we go to the hour chart here, looks positive, but you'd need to really break these highs. It's been a long time. It's been since 9 a.m. 9 a.m. yesterday. No, 9 a.m. this morning. So we'd need to see it break that. Otherwise, it could just continue to keep consolidating right here, and that's not really what we want. Don't like to get into consolidated trades. One of my favorites here, Euro JPY. The reason I like it is because there's always a ton of volume. There's always a ton of volume. So if you're looking for volume and movement, this is always a good place to start in the Asian session, is Euro JPY. Now we have some bullish movement here, but we also have a resistance zone. Your bullish movement to the next EMA ribbon is like 12 pips. Not really too crazy, not too many pips. Something we could look into, but for now we're going to hold off on that. GBP AUD. So this was the trade we took yesterday off this break of structure. You guys know I love break of structure. We had a great break of structure on this chart, and it moved up. Now it's consolidating again along the EMA ribbon right here. Not sure if it's going to keep going up and fill the zone, or if we're going to see some rejection and see it come back down here. We're going to need some more information before we make that decision. Again, breaking these highs would be a pretty good indication that we're going to keep moving up. Euro AUD, let's take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour looks pretty bearish, actually. Euro AUD looks like it's going to come down. The ribbon flipped, we're probably going to have it come down and test it. 44 pips. I would need to see a bearish close before I were to get in on something like that, just because it's not flipped yet. It's still a bullish candle. It completed its W pattern here. If you see, it completed this W pattern already. So you're probably going to see a little bit of retracement to like this area, and then it come back up or continue to the downside. It's really, we got a couple options there, which is why that's not a trade that we're going to be getting in anytime soon either. Euro JPY is moving. So AUD JPY we can take a look at. Really nothing to see here other than we're out of support. Everyone loves gold. I'll take a look at gold for you, but I don't trade gold. So gold is in the middle of a zone right now. So let's look at gold. Gold's in the middle of a zone right now, but it does have an EMA ribbon as a support right here. If this is in fact a support, you could see gold go back to possibly 21, go back to possibly 4334 with a possible total upside of right around 4350. But you would need to see it close on the 4 hour. 4 hour doesn't look good. 4 hour doesn't look good. We're in consolidation right here, man. You're in consolidation in between two zones. Zone 1 and Zone 2. and you're in between it. You don't like to trade in between zones unless you have a clear indication of a breakout, and you don't have that there. So I wouldn't touch it if I were you, to be quite honest. But anyway, back to foreign exchange, because I just like trading that better. USD JPY at a strong support. It's been at this support since November 17th. It tested it again on December 4th, and we're now testing it again on December 16th. If we were to take a look at what a buy would look like here for us, you're looking at a possible 30 to 60 pips if it were to, in fact, go to the next zone. Not the biggest fan of this chart right now, as it hasn't broken the previous highs for 4, 8, 12, 16, 24 straight hours, and you've had nothing but bearish movement except for the last 8 hours. So, not the biggest fan of this chart. GBP NZD, that should finish. If we look at this on the 1 hour, you got a lot of small candles here, which typically means a sign of reversal. But you could see that finish the zone. We're going to hold off on that for now. GJ is in just an absolute massive consolidation right now. Like, the amount of consolidation that this is in is crazy to me. If you look at the 4 hour, it hasn't done anything for pretty much an entire day. Consolidation with no intel of whether it's going up or whether it's going down. So we're not going to touch that either. A lot of these charts, I got to be honest with you guys, don't look very good. CAD JPY looks solid. I'm going to move that to the top, and I'm going to explain why. So CAD JPY on the 4 hour and on the 1 hour, we had a ribbon flip, and on the 15 minute, sorry, let me go back to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour on CAD JPY, there's a couple things to note here. We did double top. So you had your double top here, which is important to note. Last time you had the beginning of your double top was right here. Typically when you see a double top, you expect a measuring move to come down this way. We could expect to see lows around here. This would be like a TP3 area if we were to see that. But it would move something like this, where we'd see a retest down, another retest, and down. So this is not a terrible looking chart. What's up, Smith? How you doing? Thanks for joining, my man. So we might have a double top on CAD JPY. However, on the 4 hour chart, you also had a pretty strong support zone right here, which means we could actually see this move back toward the upside. So there's not really too much to go over on that one, other than the fact that there's a possibility that it could go up, but the ribbon flip shows that it's going down. So we have really conflicting views there. So not really something I'm going to get into, to be quite honest with you. Let's go look at Euro JPY again. We're seeing huge retracement off of 2 selling candles. 8 hours worth of selling is pretty good. But if we look at the 1 hour, it looks like we're coming up for a retest here. We had a full break of the lows. Here were our lows, and we had a full break right there. So that's a break of structure. Looks like we're coming up to retest, and we should see it drive back down. Now we would need to see a confirmation. We would need to see some sort of confirmation right here that it is in fact rejecting and moving toward the downside. I live in Florida, Raja. Florida, United States. The 1 hour, not looking great. The 4 hour, we're going to need to see it come back down there. GBP AUD, like we talked about, looks like we are going to reach some new highs. The 1 hour seems to be breaking out Here, I got you. There we go. Thank you, Adele. Appreciate that. And if you guys are just joining, we do have a brand new free Discord server. It's going to be free for everyone that joins off YouTube. Make sure you get in that. I do like buys on GBP AUD right now. So far, that's probably my favorite chart right now, and it has a lot of volume. Obviously, like I said, we're going to need to see some sort of break of the previous highs. But I do really like this. I think that we had some sideways charting and some consolidation right here. But it looks like we're going to get a breakout. And if we were to take a measure of that, breakout's possible to 80 pips. This is a really good looking trade. Pin it on the vertical. All right. So, again, we're looking for a break of the highs. This is definitely bullish. The 1 day, the 4 hour, the 2 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes are all a strong buy. So we're going to focus on GBP AUD right now. We've pretty much narrowed it down. I've looked at all these charts, and that's what I see being the best chart right now, and it's got the most volume. USD JPY also looks solid, but we are going to put that as our second. GBP AUD is going to be our first and probably most important chart that we're going to be looking at. We can take a look at the 4 hour on both of them. The 4 hours clearly got some upside here and some major rejection on USD JPY off this support, which is important to note. But GBP AUD has more room to move, and its ribbon flip has been confirmed here by the upward movement over the past 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, almost 28 hours. 28 hours of up, and we've broken highs. The trend has switched from a downtrend to an uptrend. So something that we're definitely going to look at is that. We're coming into a new 15-minute candle here in about 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is take a look at this and watch our GBP AUD. We're going to write buys with closure. Buys with closure above the line is what we're looking at here. If we wanted to get in this early, we could, but we also have a bullish pennant here. So what that is right here, bullish pennant. We got the movement above, which already signifies that this may fly. But this is what we're looking at, guys. Here's your bullish pennant, and it looks like it's moving up. So this is a trading strategy where it's a candlestick pattern and we're using an EMA ribbon to confirm the uptrend, also while looking at volume and looking at the overall trend on the 4 hour to confirm that we are in fact in an uptrend. We can also take a look at the 5 minute here if we'd like. 5 minute looks exactly the same. We've got a lot of consolidation right here. We're poised for a breakout. What I'd like to see, though, is movement above that line. There's so much room upwards. The upside's massive on this one. And the other point to make here is we have higher lows. Higher lows. And other than the point here, we have higher highs. All your highs are higher. So this is an uptrend. That's how you identify your uptrend, is with higher highs and higher lows. So that's going to help us identify which way the trend is moving. Looks like we have some sort of news for GBP tomorrow at 2. We don't have any news tonight. If you check the news tab in the Discord, it'll let you know if there's any red folder important news. But there are no real important red folder impactful news tonight for any currency. To go over a little bit about today, we had a ton of news today. Starting at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we had Great British Pound news. We had the claimant count change. That's a red folder. It was great for GBP. We saw a massive rise in all GBP pairs as the primary currency. Euro at 3:30 in the morning, we had German Flash Manufacturing PMI and German Flash Services PMI. Another indicator of the strength of the euro. Moving into 4:30 and 8:15, we had the employment change for the United States, and we also had average hourly earnings month over month, core retail sales month over month, and the all famous NFP day, which is non-farm employment change. For those who don't know, non-farm employment change pretty much just talks about jobs in the United States. If there's more jobs available, it goes up. If there's less jobs available, it goes down. It's as simple as that. It was green today. Up 64,000. So again, we had a lot of news today. That's one of the reasons we didn't trade the New York session. But the good thing about news days is that in the mornings, there's typically a ton of movement, and it translates to the Asian session because the Asian market is reacting to what happened during the news for the New York session. We have 5 more minutes until this 15-minute candle closes. Again, we'd like to see a break of the highs here before we enter, but realistically, we kind of have. That was really the highs. If we get closure above the line, we'll look to take buys here. We should see a pretty nice 15-minute breakout here. If we were to put these in, let's see here. You're looking there. Just drawing up some take profits here. We're not in the trade yet, but drawing up some take profits. This is kind of what you'd be looking at. There's your top. So we have 4 minutes until we figure out if we're going to get in this trade or not, but it's looking like we are. This trade is looking solid. Yes, sir. New Discord is up. Adele's got it written out for you guys. We got a couple minutes here until we get some new candles. The 15-minute is really what we're going to be focusing on here on this breakout. GBP AUD. We're actually going to get in one right now, just in case it does fly. We're in a smaller lot size right now. Yeah, we're gonna get in this trade here, guys. Our stop loss is going to be at the bottom here. We're gonna take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, our stop loss is gonna be right here because I don't see it going below that. Our take profit's gonna be up here. We're gonna put it up there for the 80 pips, but I doubt we're going to take it that far. We typically don't take it all the way to our top take profit. We typically don't do that. We typically take it pretty much to TP1, halfway to TP2. Yesterday it depends. Like yesterday, our TP1 was 20 pips, so it really depends like what your goal is. But our goal is pretty much always between 10 and 25 pips. I'd love to see 70 pips, but if it doesn't happen within a couple hours, I typically don't like to hold trades that long. So, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Which pair? We're on GBP AUD. We're on GBP AUD right now. We're going to send this in the chat. It's 80 pips right now for the top. Alright, so we sent all of our trades out. 80 pips would be massive. Yeah, we're looking at... It's 76 pips to the top. It's 76 pips exactly to the top. Here's our new 15-minute candle. We'd like to see a little bit of retracement here. We don't mind a little bit of retracement, but typically you'll see it halfway down the candle, and then we'll see it fly. We got a full closure above the previous highs, so we are in buys now. We are confirmed on the 15-minute that this is a buy. And our next zone really isn't for another... It's got pretty much no resistance for 23 pips. So like TP1's 23 pips on this trade. 23 pips is pretty good for just a single swing and it being TP1. I can see this going for the full 80, to be quite honest with you guys, for the full 75 to 80 pips. But we'll see. I could see this going for the 75. Minimally the 24 to 40 pips. But we just broke consolidation, guys. We broke consolidation going back to... We broke consolidation here on a bullish pin flag here. And this started on the 16th at 5:15 p.m. So we consolidated for almost 2 hours and 15 minutes before it broke. It's a strong... This is a very strong trade right here. This is very similar to the trade we took yesterday, and honestly very similar to the trades I take every day, to be quite honest with you. If you've been following along, I have a pretty strict playbook on how I trade. It's break a structure. It's as simple as that. Like, identify your support and resistance and find your break a structure and figure out which way it's going and take a buy or a sell. It's pretty simple. And I go over all that in pretty much every stream, is how easy it is and simple it is. You know, everyone makes it so difficult and so much more complicated than it really is. Like support and resistance, wait till it breaks the structure, maybe an EMA flip, that's really it. The strategy works. I mean, we've won on every stream, I think, except for one. I held negative for one entire stream through the next day, but other than that, it may be a little slow until this takes off here, but we're already in profit. If you're just joining us, guys, welcome. I appreciate everyone joining. Make sure you guys like the stream. If you're watching on the horizontal or the vertical, make sure you guys like the stream. Throw a like, subscribe. Yeah, we're up there on the profitability right now. Our trades are pretty strong. I mean, we're already in profit. We're already in profit almost 5 pips. So we're going to see what happens here. Especially with a brand new hour candle coming in 26 minutes. And a new 4-hour candle coming in an hour and 26 minutes. So we're going to get a lot of movement here. We already have 13,000 on the volume. So the volume's solid. Look at the 4-hour. We broke the highs. 4-hour broke the highs. We're free and clear for this thing to fly. On the 1-hour... 1 hour broke the highs. This is a massive. I can't even explain how important this is. On the 1 hour here, we had consolidation for hours. Consolidation going back to the 16th at 4 p.m. We just caught it. We just sniped the entry after almost a day and a half of consolidation. We just sniped the entry. That broke the previous highs. What days and times do I trade daily? I trade at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're just joining us, make sure you turn notifications on. You'll see that I go live. But Messenger 3968, man, we go live pretty much every Thursday through Sunday at 7 p.m. And one day I will trade the New York session. Typically either Mondays or Tuesdays I'll trade the New York session. It just depends on my schedule. But this is a sniped entry right here, guys. This entry is solid. And like, I want you to understand why that we were able to catch it after this consolidation. And the break of consolidation showing that it's going toward the upside still. Even on the 4-hour, it broke the highs, closure above the line. Like, that's the perfect break that we're looking for. We're trading on the 15-minute because I'm not trying to be in trades for 6-7 hours. Yeah, I stream on YouTube, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, Twitch, Instagram. But I want everybody to watch on YouTube. YouTube is the main one. So turn your notifications on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. That's where you'll get my lives. I go live Sunday through Thursday. I can't speak today. Does the Forex market change every year? Yeah, it definitely changes, but the structure and how it works. Thank you. I'll be watching from now on because I wasn't ready to mark my trade. Yeah, no problem. You can still get in this trade. We're early. This trade you can 100% still get in. This is still a valid trade. Once it gets, 10, 12 pips in profit, and I'd say you're late to the game, but we're only 5 pips in profit, so you can still get in. And plus, we'll have drawdown at the 4-hour. At the 4-hour, we'll probably have drawdown halfway down the candle back to entry, and that's when we'll enter another position. But we'll have confirmed that this breakout is valid, and we should see it fly. What's the element? We're trading GBP AUD, if that's what you mean. Great British Pound to the Australian dollar. We'll look at the 15-minute. It's a little more interesting. Yep. So we got 22 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes until we get a new hour candle. This next hour candle is going to have some serious movement. This pair has like the third most volume right now out of all the pairs, which is another reason why we chose it. GBP AUD's at 14.5K on volume. So our breakout here is really going to come into play when price action and we get some more volume. People are going to start seeing this move to the upside. Smith, you already know I worked on Wall Street before. I'm not going back there. If BlackRock was a retail trader, maybe, but they're not. They make different moves, man. They move differently. All right, Smith. All right, we get it. We get it. That'd be pretty cool if it was, though, wouldn't it be? Alright, let's see here. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in 5 minutes. We just got a 5. Very typical to see retracement after a break of the highs. No, we're not on GJ, man. We're on GBP AUD. Wish I did, Ryan. Wish I did. We're looking to catch 20 pips on this. 23 to be exact. 43 to get us to TP2. 60 to get us to TP3. You want me to look at GJ? Sure, we'll take a look at GJ. It's consolidating, brother. Look at this. It's consolidating. There's nothing to do. You have your support and your resistance, and it's consolidating in the middle. You have no way of telling if it's going to go this way or if it's going to go this way. There's no way to tell. It has no structure. Look at it on the 1 hour. Look at this consolidation on GJ. Look at how many hours of consolidation. We have no idea what this is going to do. Stay away from GJ. There's my analysis of GJ. Look at that consolidation. Why would you want to go anywhere near that? It hasn't done anything since 5 a.m. It's been in the same spot since 5 a.m. Even if you look at the 4 hour, hasn't moved. Look at all these massive wicks with the bodies all in the same spot. It hasn't done anything. Yeah, stay away from it. See, we had the consolidation here on GBP AUD, but we finally caught the breakout. You wouldn't want to touch GJ because it's not doing anything. It's still tracking sideways. You don't want to take a trade that's tracking sideways. That's not going to help you at all. Like, if it's going to track sideways, you don't want to be in it. You can't catch pips that way. And there's no market structure. 2 minutes until a new 15-minute candle here, guys. We have two minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle here, and we're breaking highs left and right. We're 7.3 pips in profit. We had a close above, so it's a good question, Adele. So we had buys with closure above the line. We had a full candle close above all these previous highs. So if you see, we had a high here, a high here, a high here, a high here, and you have a bullish pennant, which is this, and we broke it right here. This candle gave us the signal to go ahead and take a buy, and look at that thing fly right now. There you go. And that's W trade there, chat. Already 13 pips and 14 pips in profit. We're going to copy that image there. We're 14 pips in profit on that, guys. Yeah, it's pumping. We caught a breakout. I mean, we were able to identify a breakout off of a bullish movement. I mean, this was clearly a bullish pin flag. I mean, there's no denying it. And then we found the one candle, the outlier that pushed above all the rest, and now we're seeing the upward movement. It's really simple. Once you understand the very basic concepts of support, resistance, candlestick reading, I mean, it's not hard. We're just caught. We're right there at TP1, guys. We're almost at TP1. We're right there, guys. That's a brand new one. That's a brand new 15-minute candle too. We are 21 pips in profit, guys. I think we're about to see TP1. There's TP1 live, guys. 23.3 pips in profit. Yeah, I might close partials. I'll probably close 50%. But we'll see. I might hold. It's only $100, so like TP1 solid though, guys. That was a great trade. What are we? 20 pips in profit. Copy image. There's always gonna be more trades, man. There's always gonna be more trades. Never get FOMO. Yeah, you can't have FOMO when trading, man. There's always going to be another setup. There's always going to be another setup. Wait, 21 pips in profit right now, guys. Yep, 100%. Revenge trading, FOMO, it all goes in the same category of controlling your emotions. It all falls under the same category. We got a new hour candle coming here in a minute too. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close partials. We're gonna wait closer to the hour to close partials. And then on the retracement, which I bet you we're gonna see retracement to about right here. I'll make that white. I bet you that's where we see retracement to. Then we'll re-enter. It could come all the way back down to our entry. But we're gonna wait here for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna enter more. Yeah, I'm gonna buy more on the retracement. Alright, we partial closed 50%, guys. Just partial closed 50%. 343. We closed 50%, guys. Close 50% and leaving the last 50% as runners, and we will re-enter more on the retracement. Put the money in the bank. There's 60-something dollars in the bank right there. Off of what, a 40-minute trade? We'll take that. How is what possible? Yeah. Well, I just held it longer. I held it overnight and it moved. I mean, this one's going to go for... This one legitimately could go for... It hasn't been that long. It's only been November 25th since it was back at... this one could go for 219 pips over the next day and a half. That's not completely out of the question. You know what I mean? It could. It's not likely. You're likely to see a retracement before that right around here, which is our TP4 around 92 pips. But you could see this go for 218 pips if you wanted a swing trade like that. I just don't like to do that. As you guys know, I like to get in a trade on stream and get out of the trade on stream. Get in and out for a couple hours, make my money for the night, turn it off. No reason to keep going. Set your goal for the day, how much money you want to make, and then go. I think we're going to get to TP2 on stream tonight, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see, you know? Look at the retracement, guys. Going into the 8 hour. Going into the 8 o'clock hour. Watch this retracement. Watch this retracement where we're going to re-enter. We got 7 minutes. I don't think it was just a fluke of a breakout. You know what I mean? You always see retracement, like I told you guys, especially going into the 8 o'clock hour, which is why we took profits at TP1. Took 50% profits at TP1. We're already in profit. We're going to wait to see what kind of retracement we get on the 1 hour here. I don't think it'll be more than that white line, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit lower, like right here. But I don't think it'll be much lower than that, if that at all. But you typically always see some sort of wick down before it goes back up. And that's when we can snipe an entry here. Really get in a good trade. If you guys are new, appreciate you guys dropping in. Make sure you like the stream and subscribe. It'll let you know when I'm going live. If you want, get into the Discord. It's free. That'll let you know when I go live. Hey, Adele, did it post in the Discord when I went live today? Did that ping cord thing work? Just curious. We're coming into a new hour here, guys. 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problems at all. Was just curious. Thank you. Look at that movement back up going into the last 5 minutes of the hour here. Getting some good movement in the last hour, the last couple minutes of this hour. Is it too late to get in? No, but I would wait till the new hour. Give it 4 minutes. See if we get some retracement down here. You get in at a better price. Yeah, see if we can get in at a better price. Because it's already high. I mean, we're already... What are we? Already 17.5 pips in profit. But this breakout's going to go for a couple hours. We're going to have some pullback, but typically this is what you see, guys. So typically with this kind of breakout, what you're going to see is we had the big move up. Probably have it come down to about right here. Have it go back up, kind of have it come down a little bit. Because the market doesn't move linear, you know? That's kind of what you might see. Yeah, you'll get all the trading signals live too. It's free, guys. No better investment than a free investment. Let's see, we got 3 minutes to see what happens here. Up to 347 subscribers on YouTube, guys. I appreciate all you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you for the love. We got 2 minutes here. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Here we go, guys. 2 minutes. All right, we got 58 seconds left in this minute here. I bet you we see a little bit of retracement here, and then I think it's going to fly, to be quite honest with you guys. Yeah, I already ate earlier. I ate before the stream. I wanted to make sure I wasn't eating on stream. Try not to do that. It seems unprofessional. The other day, I just had no time. All right, here's our retracement going into the last 13 seconds. It's priming for this to fill the wick. Here's the new candle. Come down. Come down. Alright, I'm re-entering. I re-entered just now, guys. At the white line. And if it goes down anymore, we'll re-enter again. If you guys are live watching this, you're more than welcome to get in. Yeah, there's our rejection. This thing's gonna fly, guys. This is gonna be a good trade. Re-entry was right there. Again, your retracement is typically halfway down the previous candle. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but with that kind of wick, it left us a ton of room for upward mobility. Again, what we're doing is scalping up as we took profit after we saw this breakout right here, guys. We were able to take profit up here, and then on the retracement, get in again, and we can take profit again on the way up. So we're getting in multiple times on this trade, making profit multiple times on the same trade that we've already analyzed and charted out and considered a good trade technically. So again, some high level scalping mixed with some high time frame trend analysis is really what it is. It's struggling to break that line, which is always a good sign. Seeing some solid movement here. You got a ton of buying pressure. If we look at the technicals again too, guys, everything's a strong buy. Buy, 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 strong buy. On the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, all strong buys. So our technicals match up with the technicals that this has as well, which is always solid. Can't go wrong with that. I'm going to enter one more time. So we've re-entered, guys. It looks like it's gonna have a little bit of drawdown back to our original entry, but again, we already took 50% partials up at over 20 pips. Now we re-entered again, so we'll see what happens here. We should see this start to wick up, though. Yeah, the 4 hours poised for a nice wick up as well. If you look at the 4 hour here, granted we have 55 minutes until then, but the 4 hour should do the same too, and we probably shouldn't see it break these previous highs because these are now going to be previous lows. Take a look at the 15-minute here. Still looking real solid, guys. Great breakout to start. All right. We're getting a little bit of drawdown here, which is not a problem at all. Like I said, we expected the drawdown coming into the new hour. So that's pretty typical of the new hour. We'll see what happens here over the next couple minutes, but this breakout was pretty strong. So our new support is pretty much right around here. Our new support is right around here. So with that being said, we should expect to see any sort of drawdown. Not really go much lower than this area right here. So same with this. You can see kind of drawdown like that. As long as it remains in an uptrend, we'll be all right. If you're just joining us, guys, welcome. We are in long on Euro AUD. Sorry, GBP AUD. GBP AUD. We got, what, another 6 minutes until we get a 15-minute candle here. And we can take a look at the 5 there. It's a pretty good breakout. Really good breakout. Four looks solid too. So does the 1. Derek, what's up, man? What do you want to know? Learn support and resistance and break of structure. And learn how to manage your emotions and learn risk management. That is the best advice that I have. Support and resistance, break of structure, risk management, manage your emotions. That's the best advice I have. Learn how to price action trade. Understand what that means. Learn how the market flows and understand how to identify patterns and breakouts. That's what we did here today. Any problem, man? No problem, Derek. What we did was that we identified an area of consolidation and then waited for a full candle close and took a buy. We did it actually on a smaller time frame, Derek, so we actually did it on the 15-minute. If you can see, this is where we had all this consolidation right here. Oh, let me move this over. And then pretty much we had a bunch of consolidation right here. And we waited to get that candle close above the consolidation, which was right here. And then we entered for a buy, and we already took profit once up here. Well, as a matter of fact, I do, Ryan. As a matter of fact, I do. It is all right here. I do. Yeah. There's a Discord that's pinned to. There's a pinned message. If you're on YouTube, Derek, which it looks like you are, there's a pinned message. Join the Discord. The Discord's free. Discord's going to be free for everyone that joins on YouTube. Probably for the next week or so. Lifetime for free. We got a new 15-minute candle coming here, guys, in roughly 2 minutes. It's a pinned message, though, Derek. You can get into the... Nice, perfect. Good. New 15-minute candle here in 1 minute. About to see what happens here, guys. Alright, so we got a candle close with no wick, which means we're probably going to create one or we're going to get just an immediate rejection. We'll see what happens here. Candle close with no wick is pretty odd. That means it was just selling pressure straight till the end. Yeah, Ryan did join the Discord. He did. I got him in it earlier today. We created no wick, which means that from the opening of the candle to now, when the candle closed, was straight selling pressure, which is not typical. Typically when you see that, like you did here, it goes up and creates a new one. But we'll see what happens here. We could just get straight buying pressure because there was no wick. Thank you, Ryan. A lot of buying pressure on this new 15-minute candle, guys. For a broker, I got you, man. Liquid Brokers is the best. I'll give you a link. Just give me a sec here. This is the best broker right here. That's the best broker by far that I've used. Where are you at, Derek? You in the United States? What country are you in? Now is the best time to visit Florida. Best weather right now. Now is the best time by far. Ghana. You're in Ghana. I don't know if they let you trade there, but they let you trade in Bangladesh. I know that. You have to just check it out. See if they let you trade there. Look at that wick up off the hour. Thanks for the help with the links there. We're seeing a lot of good movement here, guys, on the hour. I'd like to see it flip bullish. Yeah, it depends on what country you're in, really, but like, it's wild because America used to be really strict too, and then there's been a lot that have like opened up. But liquid brokers, in my opinion, is the best by far. I've had nothing but good things to say about them. Nothing but good things. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and like the stream. Subscribe to the channel. We go live Thursday through Sundays, 7 p.m. I think we're going to get some bullish movement here going into the next couple minutes. What did that 5-minute close at? Yeah, we got the rejection off the EMA ribbon on the 5-minute here. So the strategy on the 5-minute candle here is we had to hit our TP1 and then we re-entered on the 5-minute down here, but we're getting some confirmation. Nice. You joined the Discord? Awesome, man. Yeah, awesome. I see you're in. Nice. Shout out Derek. Looks like you took your first steps to becoming a profitable trader today. That's always good, man. And there's no BS over here. We just spit straight facts. It's all real-time trading, too. There's no back end sending you profits after we already took the trade. We take it all live here. And we're getting a lot of resistance off this EMA ribbon, which is solid. We should see this reverse back up now here soon. We got, what, 7 minutes until we get a new 15-minute candle as well. That's a good way to start, man. It's a good way to start. It's more than most people do. Sunday through Thursday. Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then one day a week I'll trade the New York session. Okay, I got you. Yeah, and again, I don't sell a course. I don't sell a program or a course. I live stream for free. Alright, now I understand. We'll leave those there for now, though. What do we got? 5 minutes here, guys. 5 more minutes until we get a 15-minute candle. And we're going to get a new hour candle at 9 o'clock, so... Yeah, so you remember how we talked about that there was no wick on this previous 15-minute candle? That's why you saw it come down and create a wick right here. There was no wick on this previous candle. It was just a flat square candle. Now we saw it come down and create this wick. Now we can see it move up this way. It's typically what happens when you see no wick. Something comes down and creates one before it goes back up. And we're flipping bullish. There's the flip for us. Let's stay green through the next 3 minutes here. Close green, and then we should see it head back up toward the upside. All right, welcome, Derek. Appreciate you joining, man. There's the move to the upside. 2 minutes into the rest of that 15-minute candle. It's back at our original entry point here. Original entry point of this trade. Our re-entry was where that white line is. We took profit originally up here at right around 20 pips. This is where we took profit the first time, and now we're scalping our way back up here. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine with me. We got, what do we got? About 30 seconds until this new hour candle, or this new 15-minute candle. I just want this candle to stay green for the next 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There's your new candle, and it was green. We stayed green, so that was positive. Green candle close on the 15 there was a good sign. That this right here is just a little bit of retracement where it went up here, retracement, back up this way. 5 should be flipping green on us. Yeah, I'm cool with it though. It's cool with me. It's fighting on the line right here, right at our entry. So if we want to look at this at the hour, guys, we saw our after we had consolidation for several hours like we talked about here. Here was our several hours of consolidation. We had a full breakout, which was right here. And now all we're seeing is a little retracement down here, but it's retesting our new support. So this is our new support right here. So as long as this remains intact right here, as this remains intact as our new support, it goes this way. Here's the move that we're looking for. There you go. Yeah, I was playing Call of Duty earlier. It tells you that on Discord. I saw that. There's the flip we were looking for, guys. And that's going into the final 30 minutes of this last hour. So it just sucked all the way back up. Made a huge wick. I expect to see this flip green by the time the hour finishes. Even the 4 moved up. The 4 moved up too. Yeah, we got some nice rejection there. Which is solid. Yeah, I'm cool with it, man. It's cool with me. If you're just tuning in, guys, we're on longs on GBP AUD. GBP AUD. It's still not too late to get in also. Still not too late to get in. Long on GBP AUD. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I think I have some big ones on there. That was when MetaTrader was still allowed in the United States, which it is unfortunately not anymore. Because if it was, that is the platform I would be using to trade right now. But it is not. Should flip green on this 5 here. $65% loss. What kind of risk are you doing? 65% of your account? That's alright. I mean, it happens, but you're risking a lot to lose 65% of your account on a trade. $5 to 10% max. Just put it in a Forex account. That's what I would do. It's alright, it happens. Revenge trading or just over trading? Probably over trading. Too much leverage. Nice. There you go. Alright, let's take a look at this hour here. Yeah, the hour's moving up. Hour looks solid after this breakout. We get a full closure above this line, we're going to be real solid on the hour. Revenge and over trading, it'll kill you, man. You just got to keep a cool head. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And it's all free. Getting a lot of movement here. It's kind of sticking right around our original entry, which is solid. It means our entry point was good. Our entry point was really good on this trade. I liked the entry point on this trade a lot. We get a new 5-minute just now. See how that last 5-minute closed. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Plus, I need all the help I can get on Discord. It's still confusing to me, but it's alright. We'll get there. It's a lot more complex than Telegram is, you know? If you're just joining, guys, welcome. We are in long on GBP AUD. Yeah, I think I'll get used to it too. Had a crazy wick down just now, but again, right to that green line, which was our previous highs and our new lows. We could see it touch the... I appreciate that, man. We could see it touch as low as the EMA ribbon, but I don't think it will. Especially coming into this hour here. It doesn't look like it's just going to take a high and then come back down. It doesn't look like it's just going to take out a high and then drop. It could. But I see us filling this wick at some point. It may be in the next hour or so, but I see us filling this wick. But that's a lot of selling going into the last 15, going into this 15 minute here. But like I said, it could hit this EMA ribbon still. Our technicals are still pretty solid. Strong buys everywhere. Technicals are still good though. Yeah, this red candle, this bearish candle kind of came out of nowhere. It dropped it a little more than I anticipated, but that's okay. Like I said, I mean, the green line was pretty much where I thought it would go at the minimum, but it looks like it might head towards this EMA ribbon. Some serious selling pressure right there, like out of nowhere. Going into the 15-minute candle too at that. It's a big red candle. The 5 just straight took out the EMA ribbon. See what happens here. No, I mean it is, because like it's still respecting the previous low. Like the previous low is a range. It's not just a line. Like this is your previous low. It's a range. Like I use the line because that's a little bit more clear, but it's always a range. It's not just a line. It's really like right here. And you can see on the 5 has had some downturns where it dropped below and then spiked back up. You know what I mean? See what happens here though. We just got a new 15-minute candle. See this new candle flip green, bring us back up. Plus we have 15 minutes until a new hour candle, guys. And a new 4-hour candle in 15 minutes. So if you're just joining us, you can still get in this trade. It's still valid. We're long on GBP AUD. We're seeing a little bit of retracement from our original entry here, which is fine. It's only a couple pips drawdown. Actually, really like nothing, but it's yeah, 8 pips drawdown, which is fine. Here's our EMA ribbon, so we'll see what happens from here. But moving into this last hour, Uh, I'm interested to see what happens here. Because if we break these lows, if we break this low down here, we're obviously out. But if it breaks like this kind of area, I would start to get concerned. Like right here. If that gets broken, I would be somewhat concerned because that just totally breaks structure again. The opposite way, obviously. So we don't want to see it break that, and I don't think we will. But we'll get the most movement here in the next 13 minutes. We're at 30K in the we're at 30K right now on volume. Oh, yeah, 30K on volume. That was a hell of a move down there on that hour candle and on that 15. It's a hell of a move there. But we still have higher highs and higher lows. So like our low here, our low here, our low here, our low here. If this is our low, you're still on an uptrend. Same with the highs. Still on an uptrend. So it's still an uptrend right now. It hasn't broken trend. If it breaks trend, that's a different story. But it has not broken trend yet. And I don't think it will, to be quite honest with you. We might see some retracement, but I don't think we'll see a break of a trend or a break of structure. But to match this bullish candle is wild. It's a hell of a bearish candle. See what happens here. We got 11 minutes until our new hour and new 4-hour candle, guys. Yeah, that 5 full on broke it. But we're going to focus on the 1 hour because that's what we're going to be getting here. And same with the 4. 4 had a huge wick. That's a huge wick on the 4. It's a huge wick on the 4. We'd like to see it fill that wick up a little bit before the end of this. At least have the full body closure above the highs, which would be right here. This like 2.02489. We shall see. We got 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes until a new candle. We got 9 minutes. It looks like that bearish movement kind of came to a halt here. Right at the bottom of this candle, even with the previous candle. Which is wild. Just a waiting game for this next hour, guys. 15 minutes really taking a dive. We'll see what happens here. Going into... Yeah, we got a new hour soon here, guys. We are in GBP AUD. Oh yeah, we're holding it. We're holding it. Well, we already hit TP1 also and took profit, so... Already in the money. We already took profits today on this trade. But again, I think we're going to see some movement upwards here going into the last hour. Last couple minutes of this hour, I should say. There you go, flip bullish. Flipped green on us, that's good. I'm gonna put my alerts in on this while we're waiting for this new hour. I'm gonna put TP1 in. I like the movement here going into the end of the hour. TP2 in. We're also going to put TP3 in. And we'll put our SL in as well. Alright, so we've got our chart marked up with our alerts as well. I always suggest using alerts if you're possibly going to be away from the computer or trading on your phone. That way you don't have to have it up. But we're getting some really good movement here going into the last couple minutes of the hour, guys. We had some retracement for sure, but we're seeing a lot of buying power coming back in right here. We could have certainly gotten in down there too at another position, but I wasn't comfortable until we saw some rejection off that EMA ribbon. So that's why I didn't. But I am in on 4 positions for 1.22 lots. Let's see what this hour candle looks like. We got 4 minutes, so see what happens here. A lot of movement right now. With 4 minutes left. Flipped red again on us with 3 minutes going into it. I'm going to see what kind of movement we get here. Let's see, what are we holding right now? We're holding currently 11 pips negative. So we're holding 11 pips drawdown right now, guys, on GBP AUD, which is fine. Again, we're going into a new hour and a new 4-hour candle. So we're holding a little less than 11 pips drawdown, which we talked about. We expected some drawdown. I only expected it to go to either the white line or the green line. It went down a little lower than we thought, again, which is fine. But we are holding a little bit of drawdown going into the new hour and the new 4-hour here in 2 minutes. 1 minute and 30 seconds to be exact. But the movement's crazy. Movement's kind of crazy for that move up. We broke the previous lows there. It's the first time we've done that. Broke the previous lows with 35 seconds left in the candle. That's not typical of an uptrend, to be quite honest with you guys. That's a big red candle right there. That's what you call a liquidity grab right there. And here's our new hour candle. Alright, so we got a new hour and a new 4-hour. Luckily for us, the 4 was still green. So the 4-hour candle was had a massive wick. This is where we got in up here. But the 4-hour candle is still bullish. We closed bullish on the 4-hour. But the body closed below the previous highs. Yeah, that was a liquidity grab if I've ever seen. You'd stop out everyone that was over leveraged right there. You'd stop out everyone if you were over leveraged. And that is a very important lesson on not to over leverage your account. We're going to see what kind of movement we get. We could see a wick up to this green and it come back down. Or we could see it come back up to where it should be, based off of just price action and us breaking the new highs on this bullish pennant that we originally took our trade in off of. So we'll wait another couple minutes here and see what happens. But I fully expect to see the 4 fill that wick. The 4 is giving us some good movement, so that's solid. 4 is giving us some good movement. But hell, that was a wild couple candles there on the 15, on really all time frames. We could be seeing, yeah, I mean, we could see it move down more. What a sell-off. What a sell-off that was. That was a huge sell-off, guys. We haven't had that happen on a trade yet, live. It went up and created a wick. I'm curious to see if it's going to come down and hit these lows. I'd be really surprised if it does. If it breaks anywhere around here, we'll mitigate risk and get out early, to be quite honest with you guys. Like right around this area. That's too low for me. That would change my mind 100%. If the market moves in that way. Yeah, it would really be right here. Lower than right there is a problem. I'm being completely honest with you guys. Lower than right there is not something we want to see. But we have 35,000 in volume right now, so volume's killing it. We're crushing it on the volume. There's a bullish movement we've been waiting for. Let's see if it keeps going. Again, anytime you get a new 4-hour candle, you're gonna see a wick either way. So, you know, one of the downsides to starting a stream at 7 o'clock is you're in a trade knowing that you're gonna have drawdown going into the 4-hour. You're always going to create a wick, but based off what we're seeing here, that wick might not go too low. But these bodies is as low as I would really want to see it. And it looks like it's fighting a buy right now. Yeah, it certainly is fighting a buy. We were as much as almost 200 in drawdown there. There's a move. It's a good move. There's a move, guys. Let's break these previous highs on this new 15-minute candle. Last time it did this, it was on the bottom white line of our EMA ribbon too. It did it here, so that should be the lowest it goes, but this red line that I have here is about the absolute lowest I would want it to go before mitigating risk. Liquidity grab is essentially when... How do I explain liquidity grab in the easiest terms? A liquidity grab is where the price goes to where it stops out a majority of the people that are in the trade. That's the easiest way to put it. It grabs liquidity for the market by stopping people out. Typically, it's right around where people have a stop loss, which is why when I draw my stop losses, I do it a little bit underneath where I'd actually want to be out, so I don't get caught in a liquidity grab. We're getting some good movement up here, though. On the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 15. Getting a lot of buying power, which is good. I'd like to close above this previous high right here. That would be really solid. But we're still doing all right in this trade. A little bit of a scare there. I got to be honest with you. I didn't like how far down that was going. But we held to our guns because we have a plan and we didn't over... Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about that. You know, taking out retail traders, this, that, and the other. There's something to be said about that. I don't necessarily know if it's a true thing or not. All I know is that I've been doing this long enough to where I've been taken out, and then just to have it reversed right at where my stop loss was, to now where I'd rather take a smaller trade size and give myself the room to be able to hit a little bit lower than where I think the stop loss is to mitigate that happening, so you don't get caught in a liquidity grab. There's a break of the previous high right there. That's a good sign. It's a really good 15-minute candle so far. But if you're constantly getting caught in stop losses and then having it reverse on you, like if you're constantly getting caught and it just hitting your stop loss and then reversing, like if you were buying up here and constantly getting hit right there and then having it reverse on you, or constantly getting hit right here and having it reverse on you, then you may want to just decrease your trade size, your lot size, and move it down lower. Because like, let's say it was this trade right here and it came down here and took out your stop loss. If you were down here, you'd be better off, but you probably would be over leveraged putting it down there if you didn't manage your risk properly. So that's why when we talk about lot size, it's so important to make sure that you have the proper lot size. Because if you're using the wrong lot size for your account, or too high of a lot size for your account, and you get taken out by stop losses constantly just for it to reverse the other way, you're just over leveraged. It's simple as that. You're over leveraged, using too much of your account to try and make too much money too quickly. We got 4 minutes until a new 15-minute candle here. Yeah, man, that happens. You just don't want to do it to yourself. It's funny, I lost 2 subscribers because of drawdown. That's wild. It just goes to show trading's not for everybody. Like, if you can't hold this drawdown and be comfortable, like, you gotta be able to chill. Like, it's just drawdown. If you've managed properly, you can hold it. We want a big solid green close here on the 15 here in the next 3 minutes. Because that was just a wild red candle going into that last hour. But we got a couple minutes until this 15-minute candle closes. We could also be seeing this, guys. Could be seeing this. It's kind of awkward head and shoulders, but we could be seeing that. But if we can break some highs here going into the 15, ideally that's not the case. Oops. Ideally that's not the case. But we got 40 seconds until we get this new 15-minute candle. $28 seconds. It's pushing too. A lot of buying power. 38,000 on the volume here, guys. Yeah, trading news is just a no-go. Won't trade news. It was wild today. We got a really good 15-minute candle close there, guys. We got a really good 15-minute candle close. It looks like we're going to go back into profit here in a little bit. Yeah, trading news is a gamble, 100%. I don't care if you think you know what's going to happen with the news outcome. The market is so unpredictable during news. There we go, break the previous high again. We're almost back to break even here, guys. Yeah, we're almost right back into our original entry, which is fantastic considering we were just holding over $200. There we go. That's what we wanted to see, guys. Back to the original entry. Nice. It's a good candle, guys. No, I'm not going to close at break even. I'm going to hold. I still like the structure. You still have higher highs and higher lows. Here's your low. Here's your low. Here's your low. This low still stayed on the uptrend. If it broke this uptrend and the low was down here, I would close it. But it didn't. We're still on an uptrend here. But I am going to have to end stream here. Not because I'm still going to be holding this. And if you're in the Discord, I am going to continue to give updates. So make sure you're in that. It's free, guys. I'm going to continue to give updates, but we are at break even. So if you're uncomfortable holding the trade, you're more than welcome to get out of break even for no loss. But I'm staying in the trade. I rebought in at here and at here, so my break even's closer to up top here near 202,616. So that's where I'm at. But we're gonna see what happens here. We are holding. But I appreciate everybody watching tonight. I know we didn't get to end stream in profit, but we are still holding this trade. We're going to watch what happens. This should be just creating a wick and going back up, but we'll see. We are going to keep holding. Thank you for watching, guys. I do sincerely appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, we should be back tomorrow night. I have another Christmas party tomorrow night, so we'll see what time that ends. Might just be a later stream, but we had some good movement on that last 15-minute candle. That gives us some confidence going into this hour, and we'll see what happens. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot me a message in Discord. Again, it's free to get in, guys, okay? I hope everyone has a great night. Again, I want to reiterate, we are holding this trade, okay? We are holding this trade. GBP AUD buys. I'm saying it here on live so everybody can go back and watch it later. We are still holding this trade. Adele, everyone watching, I appreciate you guys. Hope you all have a great night. That's going to be it for me.